Yes, sir.
Oh, welcome to Easy English by Edison. And today we are going to discuss the poem The Animals. Yes, Manish. First of all, you ask, sir. I'm very sorry, extremely sorry. Ask the question, sir, why has this poem, Animals, been written by Walt Whitman? What is the purpose?
So, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah, the purpose of writing this poem by Walt Whitman is that the poet is very much impressed by the behavior of the animals. Animals have, possessed all those qualities that now human being lack. Ask, sir, why? What
Why?
are nowadays? What is happening? Human being have turned out to be selfish, mean-minded, corrupted. They don't have the values. They have lost the values. Ancient, generation was far better than the generation that we are living now. Ask, sir, why?
Sir, why?
Because the qualities that we're expecting in human being is lacking, like love, affection, selflessness. And on the other hand, contrary to that, animals possess all those qualities which human being have now lacked or lost. Ask, sir, why is it so?
So, why?
Because the people have forgotten, the human being have forgotten about the fact that they are human being. First, they are having emotions. They should take into consideration the emotion that rules them. Actually, the entire world is ruled by emotions. But now, human being lack emotions and values like selflessness. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Love and affection. That is why the poet says that I want to live among the animals. Understand?
Yes,
And have the love and compassion, because animals exhibit all these qualities such as love and affection. Love and
affection.
they are not afraid of any consequences of sin. They don't commit sin. वो पाप नहीं करते हैं. Human beings always pray to God and are afraid because they know they have committed sin, and so they always beg for forgiveness. They always ask God, forgive me for the sin. And animals, on the other hand, they don't bother about any forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
So the theme of the poem is not to praise how good. The theme of the poem is just to praise how good the animals are and how humble and selfless the animals are. Their behavior is being highlighted in this poem. Animals. Understand? The title is Animals. Human being, on the other hand, don't possess these qualities which are expected from them. Expected from
them.
So the poet says, I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-content. One specific quality, Manish, you ask, sir, what is one specific quality that really attracts the poet towards the animal? They are self-content. They are
self-content.
Human being is never self-content. Animals, on the other hand, are self-content. The poet desires to turn into an animal, and live among the animals. The reason is that he finds the animals, they are having all the beautiful qualities such as selflessness, love and compassion. They are self-content. They live with they in the company with a contented life. Their life is happy. They are living in the natural surrounding. They are living in a simple life. They don't have aristocratic life. They don't have the luxuries. They live completely a simple life and maintain the qualities such as self-control, rationality. Their mind is free from any kind of sin. And that is the reason why the poet says that he wants to live among the animals and turn into animals. Now, second stanza. They do not sweat and whine about their conditions. They don't lie awake in the dark and weep for the sin. Human being क्या है? देखिए, human being cry for their sin. पाप करता भी है और उसके लिए रोता भी है, and ask for forgiveness. हे भगवान, मुझे माफ कर दीजिएगा, मेरी पाप को माफ कर दिया. अरे तो पाप करते क्यों हो? Why do you commit sin? माफ करने की बात कब आई थी? जब पाप करोगे ही तो माफ कर. So animals, unlike human being, never commit sin, and therefore they don't beg for forgiveness. Do they beg for forgiveness? No, not at all. No, not at all. Say,
No, not at
they
all.
never beg for forgiveness, and they never sweat, never complain. Do they complain?
No.
They never complain, they never cry for forgiveness. Animals, on the other hand, remain contented and live a simple life.
Simple life.
They eat and sleep peacefully as they have nothing to worry about. Nothing to
Worry about.
While human being, because of their wrong actions, they are under always, criticism. They are worrying about their sin, and they always beg forgiveness from God. Beg forgiveness from
God.
They always pray to God to forgive their sin. The poet here means that since animals are so pure, they do not pray to God for any kind of forgiveness, or ask God to fulfill their desire. They don't have too much of desire. Human being is always having desire. I should have this, I should have that, I should have a bungalow, I should have cars, I should have all the luxuries. Human being always longing for such desires to be fulfilled. On the contrary, animals don't. Animals don't have anything to desire for. And now in the next two stanzas, stanza number 3, the poet says, not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owing things. Human being is always having a mania. You, me, everybody wants. We are maniacal about possessing things. We are maniacal about possessing things. We always want more and more. We always say, well, we want to have bungalow, we want to have all the luxuries of life. We desire for luxuries of life. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
We are never satisfied with whatever we have. On the contrary, animals are self-content. They don't, bow down before one another. Human being, bow down. Poor people, bow down before the rich and beg for alms. But animals don't beg before anybody. They are self-content. They are self-satisfied.
Satisfied.
So the poet says that animals have lost, men have lost their respectability, and they have become selfish. And in the last stanza, the poet feels that animals represent human beings in some way. They are just like human beings in some way, because they possess all those qualities which human beings should have. This means that animals seem to have what humans once had. Early ancient men had these qualities. Now animals are possessing those qualities. Therefore, animals are better than men. And the virtues like kindness, self-contentment is lacking among the human being. On the contrary, animals are self-content, selfless, and happy. Therefore, the poet conveys the message that we should never forget the human qualities. Rather, we should never be governed by the civilization which has corrupted human being and made them behave like mad one. That is all about this poem.